guys, I'm Dominic Paul and I'm with my lovely model Justine.
Hello.
And I'm going to show you guys how to use the Dominic Paul Cosmetics contour palette. So obviously when you do contouring, you need to start off with the perfect base. So I like to do foundation, concealer, and then powder. Powdering is the key for when you apply powder contours because it sets everything into place. When you normally get that sort of patchiness on the skin and areas where it's sort of, maybe it's a little bit more defined or it looks a little bit dirty, it's because the face hasn't been set properly, and that's obviously something that you want to avoid, otherwise it looks really patchy. So with my palette, you want to obviously find out which colour is suitable for your skin tone. So with my palette, you would go to, so I like to say you start off from lightest to dark. So you've got Tusk, Chai and Samui. So the colour for Justine, I would say, is Chai, because it's more of a mid-tone colour, but I think it would suit perfect with her skin. So
would you just experiment with that? So I would just try those three and see which one works best?
Yeah, I mean, what I normally do is I get the colour obviously onto your finger. You could maybe just get your client or yourself just to look in the mirror, and then you would just add the colour on.
Yeah, so you can see that works perfectly.
And you want to obviously blend it in just to see whether, I say with contour, it's a bit like the colour that you would go naturally when you're on holiday. It's like your tan colour. And also contouring is a mimic of the natural shadows that are on your skin. So when you do obviously your foundation, your concealer, your base, you are taking away all that natural shadow that you have on your skin. So you're just bringing back the definition. So obviously I think Chai is the good colour for Justine's skin. I might even use a little bit of Samui just to define up for the ear. So to contour and to know where to contour, you want to get your client or yourself, look in the mirror, and you want to make like that fish face. So the fish face obviously shows.
Come on, Justine, let me see that fish face.
So,
I can't do it
go on. So the fish face obviously will then give the areas where you need to contour. So it's that hollow here. Also, you can use your middle finger and you can feel where the bottom of your jawbone is. Not your jawbone. What am I on about? Your cheekbone. Yes. So you can feel that's where it is. And obviously contour should always start from the top of your ear into sort of, I would say, the beginning of the start of your eye. So with a dense brush, I would pack in a little bit of colour. So I'm going to use a little bit of Chai, a little bit of Samui, and I'm going to sort of just blend on the back of my hands, otherwise it comes off too harsh. And I'm going to get Justine to look this way, and I'm just going to feel the hollow of her cheek. I'm just going to start sort of sketching it on, and then
I can see it already.
Just blend, and obviously that's where it would go, and obviously building it up, we'll just apply more colour, and then obviously once it's on the skin, I like to use either a flat foundation brush, and I just blend out the edges. And I just clean up, and then again go back in with your brush. If you could hold that for me, Justine, it might be easier. So sometimes what I normally do is with your baby hairs, I pull them up and it tightens the skin so you get more of the surface, and then you really blend.
I've always been so nervous to kind of experiment.
Really?
Yeah, I guess just not sure how to achieve that look.
People get scared of contouring because they think that, you know, they're going to get some sort of drag queen look or it's not going to suit them.
Yeah.
But it's about playing around. Don't be afraid to go home, play around, see what suits you. Some people don't even need to contour because they've got the most amazing bone structure. Yeah. Another thing obviously with this palette is you can use it as bronzer as well. So with a fluffy brush, especially with Chai, you've got sort of the shimmer pigments in it. So I normally with a fluffy brush, whack that in, tap off any excess, and then you will just go around the areas of your face where the sun would naturally hit you when you're on holiday. So that is on the top of the forehead, across the nose, and then on the cheeks. So again, you can just brush it on. It just gives that sort of sun-kissed glow that you would get when you're on holiday. And then again, if you want to add a little bit more contour, I would go in with a bit of Samui with that dense brush, and I would just place that near the ear just to give a little bit more
So
definition.
it's just about building, really.
It's all about building.
It's not, there's not just you do that area, then you do that area.
Don't get me wrong, some people go straight in, but that's because they're really confident.
They're confident and they know what they're doing.
But
yeah, yeah.
if you are unsure in it, build it up slowly. That's
Yeah.
the beauty of this palette, is that it's buildable.
Yeah, because when I've had highlighters before, you get like the choice of 3 colours, maybe even 2.
Yeah.
Of contour, and it just, that's what I love, is that you've got, sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, it's fine.
But you've got like so many different colours.
Yeah.
There is so something to suit every skin tone.
And the thing is, if you feel like this palette is
yeah.
not for you, or you maybe go, oh, I don't know if that colour's suitable for my skin tone, don't be afraid to mix them. You know, you can mix them, you can mix a bit of Tusk, Chai and Samui.
Yeah, see, I would never think to do that.
Yeah,
No,
don't be afraid.
Actually, I think,
And because they're really fine milled, you know, buttery powders, they aren't going to go on your face and look harsh.
Yeah.
It's only when you obviously, I think it's all about using the right brush. And it's the way that you obviously, I mean, blending is the key with any makeup. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, it looks really harsh on my skin.
Blend it in.
blend.
Yeah, I mean, get your fluffy brush,
Yeah.
go in with one of our highlighter colours, or you can also use some setting powders. So let's say May, or you can go with a bit of Buddha, and you can just go over the top and
just
take down the
bring
colour
it down.
and just
Yeah,
bring it down.
got it.
So one thing I want to do is with a lot of contour, if you want a little bit more definition, just to really show that it's there, you can go with a concealer or a foundation, get a little bit, and you can clean up the line. That's another thing with contouring, is sometimes depending on the brush that you use, it can start to drag your face down. So if you feel like that's happened, then you can go with a little bit of concealer or foundation and just clean it up. So I feel like I brought it down a little bit too much, but with a little flat foundation brush, if I just go in here and then step away,
Yeah, you can see that straight away.
it just lifts it and just cleans it up. But that's another thing with makeup, don't be afraid. Makeup is all about trial and error, and if you're not happy, you know, you can just take it down a little bit and just start again. You know, it's all about playing around and having fun.
So contouring areas would be just, is it just that cheek area there, or?
So I would say to Justine, she's got a very slim face already.
Yes.
So I would just do halfway on her cheeks.
Yeah.
And I would do a little bit on her forehead, but you don't need to do so much on Justine because she's got her fringe, so you're not going to see much of her forehead anyway. But if you've got a very round face, you would contour on your forehead,
Yep.
your cheeks, and on your jawline.
Which is what I tend to do.
Yeah, just to get that definition.
Yeah.
If you have someone that's got like a really long face, I would, if I'm honest, I wouldn't contour. I would do more of a highlighter,
Right.
just to add a little bit of sort of, what's the word, like heightness to your face.
So on there, can you show me which ones that you would use for highlighting?
Yeah, so
Obviously the top 3 colours.
the top 3 colours are for highlighting. So what I normally do is, with a dense brush, I would go in with, let's say for example, I might go in with May, sort of a pinky bone colour, and I would get quite a lot on the brush. And don't be afraid to like pack it in. And then I would get Justine to look up, and the idea of these powders is to brighten the area. So you want Justine to look up, and you just pack it on underneath.
Yes.
You could go in with a little bit of Dewang as well, which is that yellow colour, and that will really counteract any darkness.
That light's really bouncing off there, it looks great.
So it just gives that illusion that...
That's amazing. You can see where the contour is here and it looks lovely. And especially looking at you head on, you can see the difference on either side.
And the thing with these powders is they're so finely milled, so when they go onto the skin, it sort of glazes over your fine lines.
We
so
like
it gives
that.
that illusion. Yeah, exactly. We all love that.
Who doesn't want
I
that?
know. But it just gives that illusion that, you know, you've just got that baby skin that we were all born with, which your mama gave you. And that is pretty much it. And the thing with contour is, if I'm honest, if every day I think contour should be very subtle, but in the evening, you can really go in with this palette and you can really give
And
that.
you can add to that, can you? So if you took that palette out with you of an evening, you could then sort of add that on and get that evening feel.
Perfect take away with you, travel, and it's just all compact.
It's beautiful.
I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you, Dominic. That's been amazing. And thank you, Justine,
you.
for taking your time out to come here and show everyone how to contour. I've definitely learnt loads.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you.
Pleasure.
Bye.
Welcome.
Bye guys.